Exciting day for us. We'll talk. Coach Shaw has decided to hang it up and retire effective immediately, and so it's kind of neat. You're thinking, well, this happened quickly. It really hasn't. I can't remember the date. It's been 12, 16 months ago. I called this sucker in the office. I think the world of him, and I wanted to share that with him. And people all across the state were wanting to get him, including the likes of Buford and several colleges to be coordinator. And by George, I wanted to know Gibson loved him, and we want him here, and we don't want to lose him. And I took a step of faith or ignorance, and I said, if I'm here, you're my next head coach. And Ms. Williams might tell me different or somebody, but that's how it'll be. And I said, I hope that opportunity comes. So we've known for a long time, haven't we? Yes, I don't know if you serve with Riley or not, but we've known. And so when this happened, we just put it in motion. And I briefed Ms. Williams several weeks ago, and she thinks the world of him. If she was here, she'd be teared up somewhere in a corner. Her mom had surgery, and she wanted me to share that with you. She thinks the world of Jaybo Shaw as well. So it's easy on us. It's bittersweet with Coach Shaw being gone, and boy, do we appreciate all that he has done. You know, you talk about the culture that he brought back to this place. And I'm a smart enough principal to realize what we do in the hallways, we build off what football's done, and it helps us. It helps that ball roll. And we see those dividends pay off, and it's rubbed off to our other sports. And it is awesome to be at a place where state championships are the expectations. I don't want to be anywhere else. And we talk a lot about nobody wants to be good. I hate good. We want to be great. And we're at a place that's the expectation. And our students know that now. It's the expectation in all that we do. We want to be great. We want to be excellent. And so we didn't want to miss out on this hire. And I am thrilled because we're making a great hire. We're making an excellent hire. You talk about the football pedigree is unbelievable. And he'd rather be behind this screen than right here now. And that speaks volumes about him. The pedigree is unbelievable. Where he's played, what he's done, the exposure, the places he's coached, and it's going to pay dividends here. To me, more importantly, is the game of life. And we lose sight sometimes, but this guy doesn't. And our coaching staff, they don't lose sight. It's about developing young men. And as I told him today, we'll gauge his success one day when these guys get married. What kind of husband are they? What kind of dad are they? And that's what makes me so proud about this guy here, and I know it's going to get done. Character will be at the top of that list, and as we were talking, he mentioned a word to me the other day that I just said, Jaybo, man, you get it. He said, the first thing we're going to have a lesson in is humility. And we're going to kick people's butts, but we're going to have humility. You know, and that's what it's about. Second piece that I didn't want to mess up was our coaching staff. I don't know if you're aware, but we have the best staff in the state. You name every coach on our staff. Every coach on our staff could be a head coach anywhere they want to be. Anywhere. Be coordinators anywhere they want to be. Several collegiate-wise. That was so important to me. And beyond that, they are men of unbelievable character, great role models for our young men, and nobody would argue that. And so it was important to me that we keep those guys here and we keep them happy, right? And we keep this thing rolling. And so that was so important. We're not going backwards under my watch. We're not going backwards under his watch. That's not even, we're going. State championship or bust. And if we don't make it there, we're all disappointed. That's the expectation, point and simple. So he's the glue to keep this staff together. And we've met, and I feel good about the staff and where we are. And so I've said enough. I think you can tell how excited I am. Man, my wife sent me a text this morning and said, enjoy the day. She knew what she knew, and I've talked to her enough. Love this sucker to death and what he stands for, and I cannot wait to see that rub off onto our program, our kiddos, our school. I told him, you got a school to win over of teachers. He said, that's what I want to do. You got a system of teachers you got to win over. That's what I want to do. You got a community you got to win over. That's what I want to do, and that's why I want him. Without further ado, help me welcome Coach Jaybo Shaw. Coach Jay will have some words, and then we'll open up for some Q&A if you have any.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. I greatly appreciate everybody being here, all the support that you've given me, myself, and my family throughout since I was a little boy to today. So I've just got an opening statement that I want to get to, just because I think it's necessary to thank the people that needs to be thanked. First and foremost, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Briley, and my family for being here today. Thank you to our superintendent, our unbelievable superintendent, Ms. Williams, Ms. Melissa Williams, our Board of Education, for the unwavering support that you constantly give our school system and our football program. Then obviously to our administration, our principal, Jonathan Gibson, and our two assistant principals, Mr. Justin Spillers and Charles Wright. Appreciate y'all for giving us teachers and our players, students, every chance to be successful, every opportunity. I want to thank our coaching staff, okay, as well as our support staff. They're a special group of young men, guys. I'm very blessed and full of gratitude for everything that they've done for myself and my family, and what their families have put into it as well. We're blessed to have these guys involved in our school system every day, talking to our team, or anybody in our school system that comes in contact with our coaches brings out the best of them. What's very unique and special with everybody on our staff, including support staff, at some point I've either been a teammate with them, competed against them, or I've been a ball boy on the sidelines for when they were coaching with my dad. And that's something very, very special that doesn't happen at a lot of places. So when we throw this term brotherhood around here, it goes much deeper than just our players or, just a football term. We live that every single day, and there's multiple people in the community that are part of that brotherhood as well. To our past players, as well as our current football team right now, the words don't do justice how much I appreciate you guys and how much I love you. And again, with those guys, the word brotherhood is just not a term we throw around lightly. It's not just a football deal that you hear, and you hear people toss that word around when it involves football. That's not what happens with us. We live it every day. They play for each other, and they care about each other, and they want to see each other succeed. And that's very important for a football program, I truly believe, to be successful. As well as our parents of our players, our fans in the community. We've got the best fan base in high school football without a question. Their passion for Wildcat football and Raven County High School is second to none. I truly believe that. And I'm so thankful that I get to coach at a place like this and be a part of something special in this community and this fan base. It's something to call ours, not mine, it's ours. And something that we're going to hold very, very close to our heart. Last but certainly not least, I may need some help on this one. I want to thank my mom and dad. I've been on some type of practice field my entire life. And I wouldn't change a thing about it. And that was some special memories for me. I want to thank them for giving me every opportunity to be successful. Through this coaching profession, whether it's my dad coaching football or my mom coaching basketball, I've learned to cherish the values, such as humility, hard work, and most importantly, keep God first in your family. And I'm very, very thankful for them. Speaking to all of you as the head football coach, I am humbled. I'm truly humbled and honored to sit in this seat today. I have cherished and respected this seat for a long time. Ever since I was that ball boy running up and down the field, I have cherished this position, this seat, and I will continue to cherish it and respect it for for what it's worth. And it's something that's very, very important to me and my family because we've been in this coaching profession ever since I was born. You know, I've been very fortunate to, throughout my career, be involved and learn under, you know, some special head coaches, whether that's Coach Johnson at Georgia Tech, now retired, Coach Jeff Monken at Army, Mark Spear at Western Carolina, and my dad here. Very, very fortunate to be able to learn from multiple head coaches who's had a lot of success at every level, whether it's high school or college. And then as well as all the countless other coaches that I've either GA'd for or been a part of staffs with. I'm just very fortunate, and want to make sure I say a big thank you to those guys for, you know, affecting my life in a positive way. You know, it's been a dream of mine to take over for my dad, and some people, you know, may have asked me in the past couple of years, are you going to take over for your dad? And, you know, I've probably been very distant in answering that, and it's because I respect this position so much. And I cherish the seat that he sat in, and I didn't want to take that away from him because I cherish that spot. And but it's always been my dream to take over for him when it was time for him to step away, especially here in Rabun County. You know, I may have not went to school here except for 1 year, but that pride for Rabun County runs through my blood. I ain't got a choice about it, and I want it to. And it's stronger than ever, and I can promise you that. This is a very special place. You know what makes it so special is it's the people. It's the people in this community. It's the dads who play football here who are now in the same community. You know, it's the moms who play basketball and cheerleaders, and they come back and they're a part of it just like they were still the cheerleader and or the basketball player, whatever it may be. That's what makes it special. And I'm just very, very thankful for that. I want you to please, if you take anything away from today, I want you to know how thankful I am, you know, for you guys in this community. I look forward to the future. I really do. I can't wait. Been bittersweet a little bit for a couple of days because, you know, my dad's my best friend, and it was hard to see him step away, but he's groomed me this for a long, long time. I look forward to the future, and I can't wait to get back to work with our players coming up here in probably 2 or 3 months. Okay. I look forward to the challenge that is ahead. I believe in this coaching staff more than ever, as well as myself. And more importantly, I look forward to this challenge because I have unbelievable people around me. And me and Mr. Gibson talked, and you know, it's very, very evident between how we both feel that you win with people, without a doubt. You win with people. And if you got strong people beside you, more than likely you're going to be successful, and I can't wait for the challenge ahead because we've got great people around all of us. Thank you to the media, guys, what you do for high school athletics, for coming today, you know, and promoting this wonderful sport that means so much to my heart. I appreciate you guys being here and covering Rabun County. To our school system, our past and current players, our parents, and our fans in the community, I can promise you this. You can take it to the bank. I can promise you this. This football team will continue to represent Rabun County the way it should be represented, whether that is in the classroom, in the community, or on the football field. I can promise you that. It'll be something that you are very, very proud to watch and be a part of. You can take it to the bank. God bless, and go Cats.
Before we open up to some questions, Jeff, I'm sure y'all might have some. Coach Stockton, why don't you come share a word or two? I think you've known him a long time, and It's kind of neat, your relationship and now coaching, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I'll speak on behalf of the players and the coaches. When I think Coach Jay and what he means to this program, it starts from a young age. And he said something just a moment ago that you can look at your support staff that are around you, and that's what makes it good. And I think the leaders are what makes it good. We've been led by a wonderful man for the past 6 years, 7 years. And it's awesome that the baton's been handed off to his son, who's been groomed for this position. And you know, I think that some of those questions are, what's going to happen now? Like, I think the sky's the limit. I think that the future is brighter than ever. I think that he's going to take everything that he learned from one of the best coaches ever in the state of high school football, and Coach Shaw. That's his son that he's groomed with, and he's watched him do his thing his whole life. And I think he's going to take it and add his touch on it, and it's going to be even that much more special. And I hope that everybody will rally around him and know that he's a young coach that's taking his first job, and that this job is the greatest job in the state, in my opinion. And there is nobody better in the country, wherever you go, than him to lead us. And I'm so thankful that he's took this challenge and that he jumped into it. He knows I love him, and I said enough. Thank you. I love you.
You know, you've been kind of been groomed for this, Jaybo, so, you know, any changes you see? I know, are you going to still be offensive coordinator? Any changes to, you know, any of the systems, or, you know, you're just going to take what you've already got and just try to build on that?
Yeah, obviously, you know, when we met with the team this morning, you know, this program is very far from being at ground zero. It's not even close to being at ground zero. So there's a lot of things we'll continue to do the same. You know, I'm still contemplating on the offensive coordinator and play calling duties. I'll still, you know, give that some thought over Christmas break, and we'll have a plan by the time we come back to school in January on where we go with that. But you'll see the same football team as far as playing hard for each other, representing that Paul in the helmet to the best of ability, and just something to be very proud of to watch, and, like we have been the past 7 years.
What was the initial reaction you got from the players when you met with them for the first time?
Very, very positive. You know, I love these guys, and the cool thing about our staff relationship with our players, you know, it's very common for us to say I love you to each other. And anybody that's came and watched us play and our reaction on the sideline to each other, I think is very, very obvious that we care about each other, and it's a strong reason why we're successful. So I know those guys love me, I love them, and it was very positive moving forward.
I know you've had a very special connection with your dad, and what's it been like for you having him around, and you guys shared these moments with each other on and off the field, but what's that been like having him as a mentor and as a friend these past few years here around?
Oh yeah, you know, very, very special for me. And we had talked about this day, obviously, between me and him. And, you know, what's so cool is I could throw suggestions out there to him. You know, what if we did this, or what if we did that? And him answering yes or no, or, well, you got to think about this, or you got to think about this scenario, and just kind of opening my eyes, you know, of really how things work, or if I had questions, and off the field issues that he was there to answer, and just being able to go out there with him every day and to see how he evolved from when I played for him and multiple guys on our staff played for him, and how we've evolved to now, and how, you know, 29 years, 30 years of coaching, he continued to try to evolve. And I thought that was always something you could take away every single day, whether it was off the field or on the field.
Have you gotten any response from some of the players more recently, like say Bailey or Charlie Warner or Georgia? What was kind of their reaction?
Yeah, just multiple texts throughout the day, you know, just again, saying I love you, proud of you, you know, happy that I got the job. Just an overwhelming support system, really, of past players. And that's what was so cool about it, is, you know, those guys still keeping up with Rabun County, no matter where they're at, Tennessee, Athens, you know, it don't matter. And just really appreciative of how they reached out to me and sent texts throughout the day.
I know you said that you know, everything's been established here, and you want to continue and build off of that. And you probably haven't had time to think about all the details, but what are some ways you think we'll see like some sprinkles of your own touch on the program moving forward?
Well, I think, you know, it's all real fresh right now. Obviously, some ideas have came through on how to continue to grow and put our guys in leadership positions off the field to help them grow on the field. So once we come back, you know, I don't mean to dodge your question. It's just, you know, we've talked multiple things about moving forward, and we've got several ideas of trying to evolve our program as well.
It's not your first press conference, is it?
Oh, we ain't been tough yet. Just,
I
no,
know.
I'm just kidding.
What is the one thing that excites you the most about being a head coach too? I know there's like you said, the community aspect, being able to imprint on the players and the community, but what is the one thing that you're most excited about?
I think affecting young people's lives. Because when you boil it all down, that's what you're trying to do as a high school football coach or educator. Just to continue to help our young men grow into great men and great husbands and fathers. And that's what's going to be cool for me as a head coach is 3 years from now, guys getting degrees, or 4 years from now, guys getting degrees and going off to college. That's what I'm really excited about, because if you're doing the right things off the field and you're taking care of your business, the wins will come. And that's something we firmly believe around here. And if you're living right, you'll win. You'll do right.
What will this mean for the athletic director job?
You're looking at it. Okay. We're going to tag team it. We're going to survive this year, and then we'll look over the summer how we're going to proceed there.
So you're taking, y'all going to jointly, is that what you're doing?
This
So
brotherhood right here.
Lee, when Lee said he stepped down, I mean, he just stepped down from, when Lee said he stepped down from everything. Okay. So y'all tag teaming that. Okay.
Anybody else? Good. Thank you all so much. I know this means the world to me to see the support for Jaybo and Riley. And Brian, why don't you come up here and get some pictures with him before we get done? And thank you all so much. It means the world.